Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I am pleased to introduce this amendment with two of my colleagues, Representative Bill Flores of Texas and Representative John Fleming from Louisiana. Mr. Chairman, I represent coastal Alabama, and I've spent my entire life living on the Gulf Coast. Like many of my friends and neighbors, my family has always enjoyed fishing, swimming, boating, and spending time in the Gulf of Mexico. It is safe to say living on the Gulf becomes a way of life. For some people, the Gulf also provides for economic well-being, whether through the commercial seafood industry, tourism, or something else. And no one is a better steward of the shores and our waters than those of us who live and work on the Gulf. Since the water provides our way of life and our economic well-being, we're going to do everything we can to protect and preserve our resources. We don't need the federal government to tell us what to do. That is why I am so concerned by the National Ocean Policy, which was created under President Obama's Executive Order number 13547 in 2010. The policy requires that various bureaucracies work together to, quote, zone the ocean, close quote, and the sources thereof, largely affecting the ways in which we utilize our ocean resources. The National Ocean Policy is executive overreach at its very worst. The policy not only restricts ocean and inland activities, but it redirects federal money away from congressionally directed priorities for over 20 federal agencies that meet the National Ocean Council, tasked with implementing the National Ocean Policy, a council that has no statutory authority to exist and no congressional appropriation. Numerous and varied industries will suffer as a result of this well-meaning but ill-conceived policy, including but not limited to agriculture, energy, fisheries, mining, and marine retail enterprises, just to name a few. Those who are affected most by the policy don't have a say or any representation in the rulemaking process. There is no current system of oversight in place for the regional planning agencies created as an arm of the National Ocean Council. I urge my colleagues to stand up for our coastal communities, say no to more executive overreach, and support this amendment. And I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman from Alabama reserves any member.